welcome to Dapper Drams, where we taste and review whiskey to try to determine if the dram in our glass is indeed a Dapper Dram. Yes, I'm coming to you once again from the bunker. This whole pandemic thing has got us all in a bit of a tight spot. I often find myself saying, damn, we're in a tight spot. Mostly just to myself. It's a good thing that I've got all this whiskey to keep me occupied, with the hardware stores being closed and all. It makes doing home improvement projects a bit of a no-go. Jerry found his way out of his mom's basement, so to keep him out of trouble, out of my hair, and out of my bunker, I've been sending him on impossible tasks. Things like trying to find muffler bearings, blinker fluid, summer and winter air for his tires. Currently, he's trying to find a left-handed screwdriver. While he's off keeping himself occupied, I figured, it's time for another review. So this is the Islay Rye from the Grand Traverse Distillery. I reviewed the Old George Rye from Grand Traverse Distillery back in episode 9. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you check it out. It's a pretty good video in my opinion. So this is a fairly unique whiskey in that the mash bill consists of 80% Michigan rye and 20% peated malted barley from the UK. Now, I don't know the specifics on the barley as regards to what ppm level it's at, but I can tell you that this is bottled at 45%, it's natural color, and it's non-chill filtered. This is also a very limited release. I believe only 1, possibly 2 barrels are filled per batch, and then even though this is a non-age statement whiskey, I have it from the distillery that it's aged to just under 5 years, so it's a 4-year-old whiskey. It's also only located in the distillery itself and in their tasting rooms located around the state of Michigan, so you won't be able to find it on your local shelves, and if you're from out of state, you won't be able to have it shipped to you. Oh, well, it looks like Jerry's calling in again. Let's see if he's found that left-handed screwdriver. Hey, Jerry, how's it going? Any luck finding that left-handed screwdriver? Really? Oh, really? Well, the salesman may have just been overselling its features. Better test it out on some things to make sure it's really a lefty. I don't know, find some screws and try loosening them. All right, Jerry, let me know how it goes. Okay, bye. Yeah. Sorry about that. Alrighty, let's move on to this oddball of a whiskey, shall we? Wow, there's a ton of oak and rye on the nose. And it moves into a freshly baked rye bread. There's mint and dill, which honestly I'm not particularly fond of, but in this case it's not too bad. Some underripe apples and pears, cinnamon and vanilla. There's some sweetness coming through with butterscotch and caramel. And some vanilla. Did I say vanilla? Well, there's vanilla in there anyway. Some chocolate oranges. No real smoke to speak of, but there is an earthy note that is kind of ashy, and there's a bit of a menthol presence. Also, a bit of maraschino cherry, and a very out-of-place and unexpected red wine note. It's a very strange assortment of flavors in one glass. All right, let's move on to the palate. There's a rye spice, but it's not a hot spice. Charred oak. Just the barest hint of wood smoke. It's herbal with dill and mint, and also a bit floral. There's a There's a dusty cardboard-like flavor in there, along with toasted coconut, cinnamon, and clove. There's butterscotch, more rye, and a little hint of barley. I have to say that rye whiskey is probably my least favorite category of whiskey, but the stuff coming out of Grand Traverse Distillery, it's okay by me. Now, as far as the score goes, I'm going to give the Islay Rye from the Grand Traverse Distillery 21 out of 27 medical exam gloves. And of course, the question of the day, as always, is this a dapper dram? Yes, but only because of the craft presentation. Natural color, non-chill filtered, 45%. If it was based on smell and taste alone, it would have fallen just short of being a dapper dram. But the product as a whole does meet the dapper dram requirements. Now, if you'd like to read the full review on the Islay Rye whiskey from Grand Traverse Distillery, head on over to distiller.com and just search the username generously_Paul, where you can read this and all of my reviews. Oh, guys, Jerry's calling back again. I wonder if he's figured out that screwdrivers can work in either hand. Hey, Jerry. Yeah? It works in your left hand. Okay, good. You loosened a bunch of screws and it works. Oh, good. Wait, where were the screws? My air and water systems. Well, did you tighten them back up? I didn't think I needed to tell you that part, Jerry. Don't touch anything else. No, I'll be right there. Don't even think about sneaking in here while I'm fixing your mess. Okay. Sorry, guys. I gotta go fix this mess before my bunker becomes unlivable. We'll see you next time on Dapper Drams.